Well, good morning, everyone. This is Ramblin' Randy in the deep piney woods of East Texas. Welcome to our world. In your slumber over the evening, nothing has really changed other than they're still trying to amplify the weaponization of fear. As you see on your screen here, upper left is going to be a feed of Fox News, and on the right is a very wonderful video that I strongly suggest that you watch this. Go to YouTube, write down this, David Icke, just put in the search, David Icke, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Soros, and what have you. Just copy this right here, what this says. David Icke's on top of the game. He is on top of the game. Whether others will believe this or not and accept it, it's not a matter of waking up. It's a matter of accepting it. You can wake up to the fact and turn a blind eye and be a chicken poop and not do anything about it. It's a matter of who's going to stand up. Who is going to stand up and recognize this as being the evil for what it is? You're being shown this with your eyes. You can hear it with your ears. Yet the very first time someone walks up with a white robe on or says that they are a quote unquote scientist, you bend over like breaking a shotgun down and yield to the robe, the person who claims to be intellectually superior to you. That is garbage. Garbage. And Ike and others will share that with you. Fox News included, along with CNN, and if anything that's mainstream, people stop and think about it. They have an agenda. The first agenda would be to get your attention, and they do that with fear. Fear or greed, they're the main motivators. Fear, greed, and all of them lead to sex. Really. That's the hard programming of the upright Homo sapien here on the blue planet. That's what keeps decisions made in 100 years from now. Why do I say decisions? Because without beings on the planet, there will be no decisions that can be freely made. So the first thing to do is if they're seeking to control the populace through a centralized government system, as they're striving so desperately, it sure appears in that direction. We can't deny that. I could see, listen to this, I could see the value in having a centralized situation that manages the entire thing. However, there's humans involved. And when humans are involved, you're going to get, I want more than I have to work for. They realize this, they being the ones trying to move us over into this global deal so they can tell us where our lot in life actually stands, what we're qualified to do. And if we want to have our allotment of energy credits, that's what I just said, energy credits, people, and I'll explain that down the road. They want to control all of our energy. It takes energy from the ambient, from out there and whereverness, to make a cognitive, clear, critical thinking decision. It has to come from somewhere beyond ourselves, as I truly believe, as well as many others. It can't just be randomly stored content in the frontal cortex or in our mainframe hard drive. We're computer instruments, believe it or not. Look at the way we operate like a computer, and it's electrically charged. It takes energy to run that charge, and where does that energy come from? Initially, everything begins with a single thought. That thought requires energy. When you continuously feed that thought with your attention, it grows and grows and grows. And the next thing you know, you've made a hammer, a picture, a nail, a fan, a computer, because you continuously kept thinking on it. The guy on the right has a very, to me, soft and comfortable appealing to the public. I just want to throw that in there. Good delivery. He has a station. This is on the David Icke. You can go to David Icke on YouTube and just type in David Icke as a search, and you can find him. You can hit subscribe and the little bell button, and you'll get everything David comes up with. Comes up with a lot, so be ready for a lot of notifications. And as what we attempt to do here, what my agenda is here, people, is a million mind movement. A million minds that are thinking in harmony. And what we need is numbers, a lot of minds, but they have to have knowledge. Knowledge and numbers equates to success on our counter to what the dark side, so to speak, has laid out for what they have as our plan. We can counter that plan very easily. And I have a plan. Listen to me closely. Stand by for one moment. Thank you very much. As I continue, I have a plan that cannot be disputed. It cannot be argued. It is factual. It is mathematical. And if you perform according to the way it's designed to be operated at optimum, I can guarantee you, hear that word, I can guarantee you, and I'll stand up in any court of law and I'll answer this question. Yes, I did in fact tell them that I would guarantee that if they put in the necessary work, and if someone needs an extra $1,000 a month, I can show them how to get it, and I guarantee them they can have it. If they need another $5,000 a month, I'll give them the same guarantee, and they can have that. Ongoing every month from now on. If they need $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, even $100,000 additional dollars a month, that's $1.2 million a year. I can show them how to get that, and I guarantee that they can be there. I can do that. I can do that without any shadow of a doubt in my mind. Why? Because I have the secret. I have figured out how to take something that is the most powerful means of disseminating information, or for that matter, energy. It can disseminate information, which is knowledge, and energy, which is the power to help take back this country one mind at a time, just like David Hodges says on his show, saving the nation one mind at a time from enslavement or something like that. But I can do this. And it's not just me, it's just showing you, and you accepting the fact that you're looking at it. You can see it's mathematical. You can see that in math, if you take on the chalkboard, 3 times 5 equals what? 15. Would you argue with that? Probably not. Would you take that same equation, 3 times 5 equals 15, and then say to that same equation, then in brackets, disperse 1 unit to 15 people? That is a mathematical equation. When put into a computer program, it has no emotion. It will do exactly what you program it to do. Are you getting the picture? So if you use this tool, that's all that it is, a tool, and you use it properly, I can get you those numbers. And all we have to do is plug in how much energy you want to put into it. Nothing is for free. If you want something, if you want change, either you be prepared to do what I'm doing and build an entire platform that can perform for people individually, and they don't have to spend $250,000 like they can do it for free. Why? Why am I doing this? Because I love this country. And we can win this battle. And we do it by fortifying and causing the lower to middle class of the United States standard of living to be risen up to where they can stand up and be tall and be proud. And when they have something on their minds that are concerning about this country, by God, they matter too. And a platform where they can let their voices roar. And other members, when they see them roaring from their meager positions, and that their roar has great value, we will see that value and appreciate that value, and we will respond with a token of our appreciation for the value that they just gave us. If we had someone desperate today, I wish we were up and running, and we had 1 million people. 1 million people. Medium is a barefoot content writer site. Go over there, medium.com or medium.org. They've got 7 million people that pay $5 a month so that they can post something up there that hopefully someone will see it, and then their computer will take that $5 a month that everybody's thrown in. That is 7 million times 5, 35 million, and they divide it up based on how many little indications that the people that read it clap. It's called clapping. Is they tap on a little part of their screen and they give little indications of which articles and how much they like it. I saw that. I said, we can do that. We can do that for our people, but nothing is free. Their people pony up $5 a month, and then they disperse that to people that they think they gain value from. Are you getting the picture? We can do the same thing, except on their system, they run it through some damn computer and have these little filters. So when you say something on Medium, who knows how they got the votes your way? Who knows how they divided up that 35 million? I do know one thing: the owner keeps 30% of it right off the top. What's 35% of 35 million? He's keeping about what, 15 million a month? Is that a fair exchange of value for just building a platform? I don't think so. I will not do that. I'm here to help save this country. You know, we can worry about being billionaires after we've got our country back. But right now, the British are coming. We're friends of Paul Revere. We're going to spread the word. The only way we can win people, and hear me well, is with knowledge and numbers. First and foremost, the only reason I'm doing this is because you can help me save this country. If you're here just to make a potload of money, it ain't going to happen. Find me a bunch of minds, you'll make a little up front, but I need those minds that love the country. This isn't some home-based business. This is a tactical counter to what's going on to us now. Use that, put that in your mind, and let that sink in. We need influencers like Rex Bear, who we have. He is going to be joining with us here. He can reach 400,000 people and have them come to a call. If you find me a Rex, that's great value to the overall community, and you will. Someone like Rex, you help me find them, introduce them to me. I get them on board. I'm after the million minds. I'll worry about loading the profit and all that business later, once we save this country. As my daddy used to always say, don't worry about that mule, just load the wagon. The mule's going to be fine. He'll be able to pull it. You just load it. You do your part, the mule do his. You go out there and you tell as many people as you can just to be on a conference call, that I'll provide you a number. We're going to do it daily. And we're going to talk. We're going to talk. And we're going to share about what's going on in people's world. And if someone shares on that conference call something of great value, and they say, hi, my name is Betty Sue, and I'm a silent supporter, and my username is this, and here's what I've got to say. If Betty Sue says something great, and 100,000 people are listening at that time live on our calls, and they say, my God, Betty Sue, that was powerful. I'm going to flip you a dime, Betty Sue. I think a dime, that's worth a dime to me, Betty Sue. What's 100,000 times a dime? That's $10,000, people. Betty Sue just got right there twinkling of an eye. Are you catching on? But you have to have a passion for this country. I'm not going to teach you to do this. I don't want a bunch of raghead. I don't want a bunch of people coming up in here and people that don't have gratitude for this country and all that's done for us. All that they can see is what they're told to do by Soros and other people. Go knock out some windows. We got a keg party down the street after it's over with. Come on, people. Accept the fact of what's going on. We get large enough and we see something like that happen. We can call Johnny, or we can get a hold of Johnny and his team up there in that same city that's a member of the Silent Supporters Society, and the Global Reset Society and Paul Revere, Friends of Paul Revere, whatever one he comes in on, it all lead to Rome. That's us here. That's the big pool of minds. We see something like that breaking loose that Soros or Clinton or whoever funded. We can say, and we have one of our members in that area, we can say, Bobby, we see what's happening over there. We're all going to flip you a dime. We got 1 million people. That's 100 G's. Instantly. We just countered Soros. Y'all catching on? I've got an agenda. I have a plan. But you have to be passionate about this country. You've got to want this country. You have got to decide to make a commitment. Say, Randy, I'll commit $10 a month that I'll break down into little bitty penny units that you call them. And I'll give them away one at a time, or I'll give away nickels, I'll give away dimes, but I can commit to $10. We need you. And oh, by the way, if you commit $10 and you get up there and you $10, $20, $30, whatever, you can only do up to 30. We're not going to have it as some sort of people think that they're going to come in here and get rich all of a sudden. They can, but they're going to have to work for it. They're going to have to work for it. That's the difference between this and some old MLM deal. That's why they shut them down. It's a Ponzi scheme. There's no value in it. You have to have passion for this country, and you have to make a commitment, whether you make it a penny or not in this deal. You got to have passion. You got to have that commitment. I'm giving this $10, $20, $30 out of the goodness of my heart. I'm expecting nothing in return, and I bless it for the purpose that I'm giving it for. It's a gift. Now, if that same person that just gave someone 10 cents says something profound themselves on our forums or anywhere on the internet that we can find and we can see, we'll do the same for them. They become then the teacher who receives gifts from the students. See, we're first responders. It's what we're doing. There's people that are mentally ill. There's crimes against sanity out there. And when you go and you talk to someone, look at them as you are the first responder. They're mentally distorted right now, and you're there to straighten them out and to save them and to bring sanity, critical thinking, and logic back into that person. Unless we do that, we're SOL. We're SOL. So what have I done? I put a little sugar on the carrot because if you do this a lot, you go out there and you share with passion that you love this country and come join with us and help us support people on the front lines, because we can't all be everywhere at the same time to put out these fires, but we excuse me, I get a little carried away. We can throw a penny, nickel, dime, or quarter to many people. Many people. You know, $30 is what? 3,000 pennies? I think so. 3,000 pennies. And don't you tell me pennies don't have power. Lay on the floor there and say, hey, I'll drop a penny on me. Y'all drop a penny on me. It ain't going to hurt me. Let 1 million people drop a penny on you and you'd be flatter than a pancake. Penny has power. You know, I was going to show an example of exponential growth. There isn't anything more stronger than that. You've heard the deal. Which would you rather have? A penny doubled every day or $1 million at the end of the month? You would take that penny doubled every day. You end up with about $5 million at the end of the month. Something like that crazy. Exponential growth. If you don't think it works, turn on the coronavirus, whatever it's called, that deal. Yeah, I don't give it much energy. They've weaponized fear with that thing. It's all going to come out at the end of the day. I'm going to tell you about that just in a little bit of a second here. I'm going to hurry because I don't want to go long. But what takes going on, people, is we need to bond together. We need to get on one mind. We need to have a mind hive, if you know what that is. That's group conscious, group thinking. And we'll look at Andrew there. Let's just pause a minute. We have a good contrast here. We've got David Icke on the right side talking about the bull crap that they're trying to pull wool over our eyes. And then you got Andrew over here. Andrew now, when he came in, he's a globalist, Sonko, Andrew Cuomo, governor of New York. He's over there now. In the very beginning, he was saying, oh, hell, we're going to have 40 million, we're going to have 40,000 beds. They never filled it up. We need 9,000, 10,000 ventilators. We need them right now. Oh, my God. Well, the first thing about it is we the people, sent those states money year after year after year to support them. They're supposed to have that stuff on hand to protect themselves. You see, we live in a constitutional republic. In order to make the states independently operate, well, we can't have a monarchy. Each state has its own mandates. They govern themselves. The federal government does not mandate other than commerce. and protection of the country. That's its main focus, to protect and conduct commerce. So we've got a lot of things that we need to teach people. That's the knowledge part. We have to have the knowledge so that when our people go out there, our first responders, they can talk to the sick, mentally minded people that we're trying to save, and give them the content that's truthful. What we'll do is we'll all be students and teachers at the same time. Sometimes you'll be the student and you'll be listening to another member or one of our influencers like Rex, Jimmy Church, Clyde Lewis, George Norrie, John B. Wells. Anyone like that's a big influence. We throw them a penny or two every time we watch one of their videos. People, nothing's free. They have cost. People sit on their dead backside and look at all the value these people give them, these big influencers. They don't even buy a hat, cup, mug, or nothing. They don't go to one of their little gigs, nothing. They're not supporting them. YouTube throws them pittance, not even pennies. You do the numbers on some of these people like Sean and Rex. If we were to all throw them a penny, we can have those people being better than Walter Cronkite and be a hell of a lot more honest with us. We need to be able to trust news. In uswetrustnews.com. I have more domains that I can give to anybody that wants to help me save this country. And if you lead with your passion and not your urge to purge or to pack your purse, lead with your passion for this country. As Daddy said, don't worry about the mule, just load the wagon. You're going to get rich. If that's what you want. But in the process, by getting rich, the only way that you get rich is by helping us find other minds. I've got this thing rigged in favor of our country. But no one's going to get off their dead backside unless it's Johnny Maguire saying, what is that? Show me the money. So I created this platform so people can come over with a dangling carrot that they can make all this money. And yes, they can. I'll show them how to do it if they got a passion for this country. Yes, you can. And here's the thing, the secret. I've got the secret. The secret that turns this into a totally different dynamic than all the other famous multi-level marketing programs out there like Amway, Shackley, Mary Kay, and the most famous MLM in the entire world called the Federal Reserve Fractional Banking System. It is a Ponzi. It is a pyramid scheme. And the problem is it deteriorates at the base because the top is taking an unfair exchange of value from the base that's creating that value, and the base is deteriorating, i.e. take a look at what's going on TV. They want you to watch TV because it is television. Television. Tell a story in a vision. It is television programs. It is television programming. Anything that you take into your mainframe, you're going to log in. Everything. Your brain is so powerful you have no idea. Every time you roll your head from left to right, every single thing in that frame was analyzed. Because if you were to focus on any part of that frame that you're now looking at, any part of that, your brain can take that piece, and if you're stepping that way, create a continuous timeline based on your decision. There's a lot of power in making the decision. More power, it creates an entire timeline, an entire universe every time that you make a decision. Kid yourself not. Where your attention goes, energy flows, and that's the seed of manifestation. Give me an amen. I'm willing to show y'all how to do this, how to use these tools to your advantage. And if you're fat and happy, and that you've done your work right here, and you love the Constitution, you understand the rule of law, you believe in the Bill of Rights, people, I'm here to hug you and back you all the way. And if you'll help me, we'll have 1 million+ people behind you to support you on your cognitive decisions that you make, as long as they're in line with making this country again greater than it was. We are the next greatest generation. You stand up with me, cross the Rubicon. Because unless we don't do this, in the future, if we're still alive, this thing goes to hell in a handbasket. How will you feel? I feel that there's two sides of silence. I draw my power in prayer and meditation in silence. But the other side of silence, and I wrote a book about this called The Two Sides of Silence in 2007. I'll let you read it. I've been thinking about this a long time. We have a plan. But the other side of silence is this. You're hearing me say this. You're hearing me tell you that I have a plan. And then you sit silently by and you don't do anything. You don't throw the first penny at Rex or any other of the members that say something of value. Shame on you. Shame on you. To me, that kind of silence is cowardly and it is treasonous by proxy. Stand up. You know, we are the descendants of that generation that where the hoodwink started in the very beginning, the greatest generation. They went and poured their blood, sweat, and tears. Johnny went over with his gun under false pretenses by these pricks in their agenda, and Rosie stayed home riveted and getting a family. That's the foundation of this country. And I don't know about you, but I'm a descendant in spirit of Paul Revere and all those people that made this country what it is. And believe you me, those descendants of the evil side that started their little game way before the Battle of Waterloo, they've crossed the pond again. As Paul Revere said, the British are coming before the Lexington War. There was two of them, by the way. Most people don't know there's another one rode. He didn't make it. Or she. Good women back then. Good women now. Stand up, people. On this video here, I'd like for you to click on the little bell that you're going to see. Let me move this one up. You're going to see a little bell down below here on this video. It says subscribe. If you'll do just like what I'm doing here, I'm unsubscribing so I can show you. Unsubscribe. And then it's going to be read like this. Now I'm going to resubscribe. Click the little resubscribe on the video that you're now watching down below. You're going to see subscribe and then hit this little bell. That little bell will notify you every time that I make a video. There could come a time to where I come up and have a video, but all it will say is meet me down by the river. And you'll know what that means because that's a private conference call line that we'll have. We won't have this blasted all over Hell's Half Acre for people seeing what we're doing. But the first thing I want you to do in closing here, because I'm going very long, is understand that nothing in life is free. Nothing. And if you want change, you've heard this all your life, but it's true. Stop and think about it. You're the only one in this universe. In your universe. Not me, not anyone else. What happens in your universe from this point forward is totally up to you. Totally up to you. It's your choices. Your choices. But it has to start, if we're going to have change, solid change that's going to last, it has to start inside of you. The only person that can hear my voice right now is you. Even though 1 million people hopefully would be at some point hearing it. But only one person can hear me talking. This is a two-way conversation. My message to you. 1 million other people might be listening, but hey, someone may get up and go to the bathroom. They may get, but no one's hearing the same thing. No one gets the same data. So it's just me and you. If we change together and get in harmony with what we feel is right, and we start supporting other members, we get 10 people and we all throw in $10. That's $100, and everyone has a shot at that $100. You just got to work for it. Take a picture, make people smile, go to the river, catch a big fish, write an article, some research, someone ask a question, you commented on it and answer the question for them. That's all value, and you'll get your piece of that pool, so to speak. We got 1 million people doing the same thing. That's 10 million a month. Are you with me now? Let's see what Andrew has to say today. Oh, hell, what happened? I lost it. I lost Andrew. I don't think I can go back to that. Let me see. I can't go back to Andrew. I can get him over here, though. Get him over here. It doesn't make any difference. The reason I can't go back is that this thing is not allowing me to. I'll blow it up so you can see Andrew. Let's all listen to Andrew. Andrew! Now I can go back. Andrew, where are you, Andrew? Andrew! Andrew Como, we want to hear you with your forked tongue, Andrew. Andrew! Let me find Andrew. Home. It ought to show Andrew on here. He's always hot. Here we go. Just got tested now. A lot of times you'll see old Andrew. Oh, hell. Oh, here we go. Right here. NBC. Thank you, NBC. Let's listen to Andrew a second, then I'm going to cut y'all loose.
So they have the necessary equipment they need to do the social distancing and protection. Personal opinion.
He's going to be moping.
Fact, throw it in the pail. What we're doing here, as a general rule, what we do determines our future, right? As smart as government is, as smart as people are, that's how you shape your future. But
you misappropriated funds that you should have used years ago, Andrew. Now you're wanting the big mama to come and bail you out again.
Tomorrow. And we're not going to need to wait to read the history books. We make smart decisions. You will see smart outcomes in 2 weeks. We make bad decisions. You will see bad outcomes in 2 weeks. So when they say the future is in our hands, the future is really in our hands. And we're going to get through this. We can control the beast. The beast will not destroy us. We can't. It's
amazing. I just stand in full-blown amazement at these people, how they can do this. But it's going to be exposed. Let me give you, in closing, my take on what's going on. No, I'm not going to do that now. Subscribe to this channel. Tell all of your friends, until which time that I can see in the subscription window down there, that we've got several thousand. There's no need for me to come out and do this. Just to have people go out there and lip along with it. We need to make a big impact and impact fast. Get a hold of me. I can help you become independently wealthy if that's what you're looking for. In the process, you'll help me save this country. This is Ramblin' Randy. And remember this, once a person who has been honestly mistaken all of their life learns the truth, they either cease to be mistaken or they cease to be honest. What say you? Go out, create a wonder-filled day. It is by choice. Smile at a stranger, and I'll see you on the next call. Ramblin' Randy. We down.